Hi, hello there. I'm Steve, the AI Teacher Guy. Welcome to my channel where we teach teachers how to save time and build better resources by leveraging AI. Now, if you have enjoyed these videos, please do give us a like and subscribe down below, as it helps with the YouTube algorithm and gets the message out there of how awesome AI is. This is going to be prompt number 6 from my book, Teacher Prompt Secrets. Now, this prompt is awesome. My NYP friends out there will be loving it because it's basically going to allow you to generate all the inquiry questions for your teaching program. So let's jump on in. Now, for those that haven't done inquiry questions before, they're basically a set of questions that you're trying to answer throughout the term. And they're the factual, the conceptual, and then the debatable questions. So factual questions are pretty much tick and flick ones, which are just, this is what it is and this is how to do it. Conceptual is where you try and do the abstract image. And then debatable questions are things that are a bit controversial, and then you need to try and work out what's right and what's wrong. Okay, so to start, here we go. We're going to have our action. And by the way, you don't need to type this out. If you want, you can purchase my book for $9.95 US, and it does have all these prompts built into it that you will get for as part of purchasing it. So your task is to write essential questions for a new unit of work on the content uploaded in the previous chat. I will provide an overview of each part and define it inside curly brackets again for and then these are going to be the essential questions that you're going to set up. For this and all subsequent conversations, please refer to the previous chats. Syllabus, content, initial ideas, additional materials, and existing resources to help you understand what is needed for each part. So an essential question, this is where we're going to actually put brackets inside of brackets. So we're going to must list 5 to 9 essential questions for a teaching program that aligns with a specific subject or theme. These questions should be diverse, covering, and then these are the 3 parts. They're going to be factual questions, they're then going to be debatable questions, and then conceptual first, that's the order, and then debatable aspects to encourage a comprehensive understanding and critical thinking among students. So that's going to get them thinking outside the box, which is, in my career as a teacher, this helps a whole heap. Below is a definition of the different structures for 3 different question structures. You need to create a good mixture of the various question structures. Just do a quick little tidy up down here. Look. And conversations, initial resources. Right, so we're going to have 1 factual inquiry questions. And then the curly brackets. 2, we're then going to have conceptual inquiry questions. And then 3, debatable inquiry questions. Right, so factual questions, what makes them? We develop questions that start with what? And focus on recalling and comprehending key information, concepts, and terminology related to the subject. These questions should lead to clear, evidence-backed answers that help students grasp the basics of the topic. Cool. And then, so we've done the factual questions, which are, like I said, the tick and flick ones. The conceptual ones, these ones are a little bit more complex. So then you want to formulate questions beginning with how or why. That encourage deeper analysis and application of the subject matter. These questions should challenge students to explore the relationships between key concepts and their practical implications in broader contexts. Whoa, that was a bit of a spelling. So that's all good, that's all good. And then the last one's debatable. So these are the real high order thinking ones. That there might not necessarily always be an answer. So construct questions that start with could, should, or, and this is my favorite one, which I learned from a really good friend, to what extent. To promote synthesis and evaluation, these should be open-ended, debatable questions that require students to form and defend their viewpoints, fostering critical thinking and discussion. Now, these questions, in my opinion, with the world of AI that we're coming onto, these are the real ones that we need to make sure students are able to address. These complex questions have multiple plausible answers, engaging students in meaningful debate and reflection. These type of questions are the ones that sort of help drive students' values, which is really, really important in my opinion. So as a teacher, they're sort of the more important ones at the end, after you've obviously taught all the concept. The goal is then to create a balanced set of questions that cover their foundational knowledge and encourage students to think critically and engage in thoughtful discussion about the subject. So that's nice and generic, able to work everywhere. Ensure the questions are relevant, the current educational context, and can spark in-depth inquiry and exploration. Cool. Key concepts. Cool. Alright, and then last bit. Please list all the factual inquiry questions conceptual inquiry questions, and debatable inquiry questions. Please put the lists of questions in bullet points once they are created. Please show step by step instructions on how you will execute all instructions based on the material above. Once you have finished, summarize your understanding. No yapping, my favorite phrase, getting that all good. And then just to polish it off, or once all questions are created, please list them with 3 headings: factual, conceptual, and debatable. And then a capital D on that one. Right, now this again, like I said, is prompt number 6. The essential questions. Now you don't have to type all this out. You can just buy my book, $9.95 US online, or $39.95 for the hard copy, which will give you access to all these prompts and more, some more content, and showing exactly how to think when you're sort of writing these prompts out, which is pretty cool. So we're going to fix this up. And then fostering. Broader. Plausibles. Meaningful. And that should be debate. And reflection. Foundation knowledge. Awesome. Yep, that's fine. So that's the prompt that I've built. So here we go. Let's build it. First step, we want to upload our subject profile master. So that's our computer science teacher. That's prompt number 1, which then is going to make it understand that it's going to have to be a computer science teacher. We're then going to upload the syllabus that we've done before. Now this example, I'm using 3D gaming, which is the Godot gaming engine. So that's uploaded everything that I know about Godot, all the materials that we've talked, the syllabus plans, all that stuff's now been integrated into one spot. We're then going to do the rough overview of the lessons, so that we've got ChatGPT sort of mapping out where that needs to go. And we've got it already going, which is pretty cool. So it's going to create lesson by lesson each week. This is what needs to happen. And these are all previous prompts that we've done before. So this is like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. Then we're going to have it do the unit description, because this is going to help influence the way that it's going to write these essential questions. And like I said, this is the cool part. Once you've typed all these up, you have this bank of prompts, like a library, and then you just pull out the prompts that you need to use as you're building these. So it's really hard at the start, typing it all up, getting it all the way that you want it. To save you that effort, that's what this book's for. So it shows you how I was thinking when I was writing my little library up. And then the really cool part with that is once you've built it once, you don't have to rebuild it. You just literally copy and paste. And the cool part, every time that you get a little bit better, you tweak it, integrate that into your prompts. You might find something on an academic paper, you might find something on LinkedIn, you might find something in TikTok that goes, yeah, that's going to make my prompt better. And that's what I did when I was building this. So it has over 2,000 hours worth of me going through trying to work out all these prompts so that it can make that process a heap easier. So this is nearly pretty much how to write the overview of the teaching program. and getting all that sort of tied together. And yeah, it's a lot more easier to do this than rather than typing all this out by yourself. And then yeah, when I do this, I'll be copying and pasting stuff in as I go. So then that way my teaching program gets built. Now, once I've finished going through each one of these 33 prompts, I will do this with the Holger doc programming. I've decided to do that. So then you guys can see exactly how I would build a whole teaching program from scratch. I reckon I can do it all in about 4 hours worth of time, now that I know exactly what I'm doing. And that will create a teaching program that has 200 pages down to the minute, explaining lesson by lesson how to teach this content. Cool. So we're nearly finished all the units, and do you see all I've got to do is click on continue generate? That's why I love ChatGPT 4.0. You don't need to keep typing stuff in. That's been really, really revolutionary in the way that that's sort of come together. Right. So now I'm just going to copy and paste in the essential questions that we just created, and then paste that and see what it comes out with. So it's going to format the inquiry questions, nice balanced set. And there we go. So it's got what are the fundamental concepts of game development, what are the role of nodes, which is really important. This is really, really cool stuff as a computer scientist. And then the conceptual questions, it's a little bit harder, so it applies these factual questions. How do conditional statements and loops control the flow of a game? And then you've got your debatable questions down here. Could the integration of AI into games significantly enhance player engagement and experience? So these are really good Perler questions that they've put together to help drive the teaching program. And also, while you're teaching it, you've got them all built there to help steer your brain and think about how you'll deliver it as well. Cool. So that's pretty much it from me. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Like we talked about at the beginning, if you have, please do give us a like and subscribe down below, as it does help with that YouTube algorithm. And yeah, thanks again. See you next time on the AI Teacher Guide. Adios.